you get to your location, the first thing you want to do is to hang your thermometer out of direct sunlight and wind. This will allow your thermometer to equalize with the surrounding air temperature for a couple of minutes and won't give you a false reading. Record the conditions. Record date, time of day, weather conditions, color of the water, wave activity, your name, and the site name. Record any unusual site conditions in detail in the comment section. Also record if it had rained and an estimate of how much it rained within 3 days prior to sampling. Recording the date and amount of rain is very helpful. To measure water depth, use the Secchi disc. A Secchi disc measures the light penetration below the water's surface, also known as the water clarity. Every black zip tie is 1/10 of a meter. Always remove your sunglasses before taking a Secchi disc reading, as this can impact how deep you can see. Now let's take the reading. Before measuring, try to place the Secchi disc in the shade and somewhere with minimal wave action. Lower the Secchi disc into the water until it just barely disappears out of view. Take the first reading with a rope and the waterline meet to get Secchi depth. If the reading does not line up perfectly with one of the 10th meter markers, you may use increments of 0.025 to record a more accurate depth. Then lower the disc all the way to the bottom of the water body, making sure the line is taut, and record this as the water depth. If the disc is visible at the bottom of your water body, then circle non-measurable for Secchi depth. Next, we will collect our water sample using our bucket. You want to rinse your bucket twice before grabbing your actual sample. When rinsing, be sure to dump your water away from where you are collecting your sample to prevent an increase in turbidity. To avoid contamination of the water sample, refrain from putting your hands and other contaminants into the water. Once you have enough water to completely submerge the probes on your YSI, you can turn your YSI on. Press the power button to turn it on and allow a couple of minutes for it to warm up. Press the Cal button, then select Dissolved Oxygen by pressing Enter. The sleeve should remain on the meter while the DO is calibrating. The meter should read "Calibration successful" and take you back to the main screen. If calibration is unsuccessful, do not take your sample. Instead, please bring your YSI to the Maryland Coastal Bays Program office so we can recalibrate it for you. The YSI shows only 2 of the 4 parameters you need to record. To change the display, click the menu button, scroll down to the second page using the down arrow, press Enter on the conductivity units, and select either salinity, conductivity, specific conductivity, or TDS. Make sure to record proper units on your datasheet. Scroll down to Escape in the lower left-hand corner to return to your display. Remove the sleeve and place the probe in the bucket. When the DO readings change from decreasing to increasing, or when the auto-stabilize symbol stops flashing, take the measurement. Record the DO in MGL and %L on the datasheet. Then record water and air temperatures in Celsius, salinity in parts per thousand or PPT, conductivity and specific conductivity in micrometers per centimeter, and finally TDS in MGL. If applicable, please fill out any zeros after the decimal point so we know that you did not forget to write in any values. For pH, you will be using a Lamont test kit. Collect your water sample in the tube. The bottom of the meniscus should be at the black line. Add 10 drops of reagent and mix. Compare the water sample to the color of standards of known pH values using the scale. Record the pH value of the standard which most closely matches the color of your sample. If the sample hue is between two standards, average their values and record this number as the pH. Next, you will take your nutrient and chlorophyll samples. The shorter, wider vial is for your total nitrogen, total phosphorus sample, and the two taller, skinnier vials are for your nutrient samples. Take a water filter from your sampling kit, which is the little white object in your syringe. Wash your syringe with the sample water twice. Do not squirt water back into your sampling bucket. On the third grab, fill up the syringe all the way with your sample water. Hold the syringe with the tip up and tap on the side to float air bubbles to the top. Then, gently push the plunger to force the air out of the tip. Push the plunger to exactly 20 milliliters of unfiltered sample and add that to the total nitrogen, total phosphorus bottle. Refill your syringe, remove the air bubbles again with the process above, and push until the plunger reaches the 50 milliliter line. Attach the filter to the filled syringe by screwing it in clockwise and place the vial underneath the filter. Note, the filter will never be tightly screwed into the syringe. This is normal. Press firmly and slowly on the plunger to force 20 milliliters into the filter from the syringe and into the vial. Repeat for the second vial. If at any point you cannot push the syringe through the filter, change the filter and continue. Disconnect the filter from the syringe, fill the syringe with about 10 milliliters of air, place your filter back on the syringe and push air through the filter to help dry the sample. Next, open your water filter, grab the little paper filter with forceps, fold it in half and place it in the foil. Be careful not to touch the inside of the filter with your hands or the forceps to avoid contamination. Fold the edges of the foil inward and place the chlorophyll sticker on the foil on the side that's not folded. Place all your other labels on the appropriate vials and place your sample back into the plastic bag where they came. Sometimes a duplicate sample is needed. Duplicate samples will be requested once per year for each site and would be listed on the water quality calendar and on the sticker sheet containing the labels. These duplicate samples help test for accuracy and account for human error. Use the same water you used for the first sample and repeat the nutrient, TNGP, and chlorophyll steps for this sample. In the comments section, write duplicate sample taken. If it is possible, wait 24 hours after a rain event before taking your sample. Store your samples in a cold, dark cooler in their separate site baggies and transfer them into a freezer as soon as possible. Within the same month that you collected your sample, deliver your samples to us at the Maryland Coastal Bays Program Office and place them in the water quality freezer. Your data sheets should be placed in the folder on the freezer. Now I'm going to show you how to clean and take care of your supplies. Wash your syringes, water filters, forceps, and YSI with deionized water. Rinse the bucket and secchi disc with tap water. Allow all equipment to air dry before putting it away. MCBP depends on volunteers like you to collect important data that provides insights into how we manage our watershed. We would not be able to collect as much data without your help, so thank you. If you have any questions or would like more information, please reach out to one of our environmental scientists at the Maryland Coastal Bays Program. I hope you learned something new and are ready to begin sampling. Thanks for watching!